Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to this 1000 point battle report between Slaves to Darkness and Cities of Sigmar. Here are the Cities of Sigmar forces for tonight's battle report. Actually, you've seen this list before. You know it. I love it. We have got Carina herself, Sorceress on Black Dragon. Dreadlord on Black Dragon is her brother Karsten. 20 Dark Shards with full command options and 20 Dread Spears with full command options. A nice 1000 point list. Cities of Sigmar, following the Anvilgard army rules. So Karsten is going to be the general. He is of course the secretive warlock with the vitrolic spray spell. He has got the Drake Scale Cloak, giving him a 5+ ignore wounds and mortal wounds, and he has also got the acidic blood trait to spray some mortal wounds back on anyone that attacks him on a 4+. Carina is going to have the spell Shadow Daggers, as well as Blade Wind and everything else that she is equipped with, and they are going to take the illicit dealing Hidden Agents to give an extra D3 command points at the start of the game. So that is 1000 points, Cities of Sigmar. And here we have 1000 points of what seems to be very shiny Slaves to Darkness. Thank you for the lighting that seems to bring out their metallics very well. So we have got a Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. He is going to be the general leading this force today. Just a gorgeous, stunning model. I can't get over it. This is one of those few models that, you know, every time you walk past it, you just have to pick it up. It's just one of those models. It's great. Next to him, we have got a Chaos Sorcerer Lord. We have got 2 Gorebeast Chariots, 5 Chaos Knights, and 5 Warriors of Chaos. We are following the Creed of the Ravagers, mainly because it's the easiest one to remember, and it's the one that I like the command abilities and stuff the best. I haven't got any free models to bring on yet for the command point, or I haven't painted up any extra models. I'm trying to get some Marauder Horsemen just to nip around and get objectives and stuff. Neither here nor there. The Chaos Lord on Karkadrak, as I've said before, is the Warlord. He has got the Eternal Vendetta, which is reroll wound rolls, all failed wound rolls, and it means that he can reroll hit rolls against order units. So against the Cities of Sigmar, that is pretty good because he's rerolling to hit and rerolling to wound everything. They are all Mark of Slaanesh, which means as long as they are within 18 inches of him, they are going to get exploding 6s, are going to explode into extra hits, and because he has got the mark of the high favored command trait, that is increased to 18 inches. Mask of Chaos is the spell for the Chaos Sorcerer Lord, and that is it. Nice and simple. Run forward, smash those who would dare defy the will of Chaos. Slaves to Darkness, 1000 points. So deep in the caverns of Seccarth, there is this ancient thoroughfare, this ancient roadway that leads off there into the distance. This cavern underneath the city is supported by huge massive pillars. Imagine that these rise right up and block line of sight. And in the center of this road is the objective for today. The forces need to hold this. 2 forces meeting in the dark, this cavern. We have the Slaves to Darkness, and we have, of course, Carina and her brother Karsten ready to see what exactly has been calling them, what whisper from the world that was has brought them to this underground cavern. So the 2 forces are arrayed. This is a custom narrative game. The winner will be the person at the side which holds this objective at the end of 4 turns. So we shall see which force can do it. Can it be the Darkling Covens? Can their journey this far have been for something? Or will it be the Slaves to Darkness? without any further ado, let's find out. Let's roll up our dice. We've got the red dice for the Cities of Sigmar, and we've got the blue dice for the Slaves to Darkness. And it is going to be Carina and Karsten taking turn 1. Okay, we've got Karsten and Carina's hero phase, but before that, their listed dealings, hidden agents, D3 extra command points. It's going to be 3 extra command points, bringing them up to a total of 4 command points in turn 1. That's a good start for the brother and sister combo. Let's see what they do in their hero phase. In the command phase, the hero phase, not doing anything spectacular, holding on to their command points for now. Carina is going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield on herself, just to give her a little bit more extra protection, cast on a 6. And that is going to go off on a 9, and the Chaos Sorcerer way over here is too far away to deny that. So she does get Mystic Shield on herself. And with that concluded, we're going to go into the Cities of Sigmar Anvilgard hero phase, movement phase. Very uneventful first turn for the Cities of Sigmar, because this is it. The forces of Carina and Karsten have done all that they can do. So the Dread Spears and the Dark Shards have just moved up to take position along this ancient thoroughfare, this roadway which runs deep into the mountains. Karsten is come up behind his Dread Spear retinue, ready to pounce forward as the inevitable crash of the Chaos Cavalry and Chariots come forward, and Carina, following her brother's lead, is done the same behind the Dark Shards. 16-inch range in the Dark Shards falls to just about here, so it's too short to hit anything. That is it. They are in a strong position with 4 command points. They'll get 5 coming into turn 2, provided they don't use any. But let's go on to Slaves to Darkness, turn 1. In the hero phase of the Slaves to Darkness, the Chaos Lord and Carcadrag is going to use Knights of Chaos on the Chaos Knights. Is it called Knights of Chaos? Yes, the Knights of Chaos command ability. It gives them +1 to hit and reroll charges until their next hero phase. So they've been buoyed on by their lord, and the only other thing to happen is the Chaos Sorcerer is going to use his Mystic Shield, 1-off spell, onto this chariot. Will he do it on the chariot? No, he'll do it in the Chaos Lord. Why not? On a 6+, that is going to fail on a 5, so no magic. But those knights are buffed up using their command point. So let's move in now as the hordes of chaos charge forward, ready to crash into the forces of order. Let's go on to Slaves of Darkness, movement phase. End of the movement phase, and actually the end of the everything phase for the Slaves of Darkness, because they, much like the Cities of Sigmar and Anvilgard, can't do anything this turn. They're too far away for any charges, even with that Knights to Chaos ability. But let's see. So they've moved up. The Chaos Warriors got a 6 on their run, so they have taken up a formation here, ready to spread out, secure the objective. The Chariots and the Lord have moved up, taking position, hoping maybe perhaps to get a turn 2 charge with that all-important roll-off. And of course the Chaos Knights are looking down the flank of the Cities to Sigmar force. So with that done, turn 1 of both forces, let's see who's going to get turn 2. Red dice, Cities of Sigmar. Blue dice, Slaves to Darkness. Cities of Sigmar are going to take the turn 2. Let's see what they do. Have the Chaos forces overreached themselves? Have they delved too deep into this cavern and have fallen afoul of Carina and her brother's machinations? Let's find out in Cities of Sigmar, turn 2. So in the hero phase, up to 5 command points, and Carina is going to spend 2 of them. She is within 12 inches of both these units, so she is going to give them the ability to run and charge, or run and shoot this turn. It is called Command Underlings. So 2 of the command points spent for that. Moving on then to magic. She is going to send an arcane bolt out against that Chaos Lord. I'm just going to double check the range. Nope, never mind, she's short, so she is going to cast Mystic Shield on this unit of Dread Spears to give them reroll ones to their saves. And that is going to go off on an 11. The Chaos Sorcerer will try and deny and not beat an 11. So that goes off, so they're mystically shielded and able to run and shoot. That is the end of their hero phase. Let's move on to the movement phase and see where the Cities of Sigmar forces end up. End of the movement phase, and it is an aggressive push for the Cities of Sigmar Anvilgard forces coming up into the faces of these Chaos Warriors, staying 3 inches away from those Chaos Warriors. Karsten is leading the charge, his Dread Spears following close behind. Carina has taken to charging beside her brother, and the Dread Spears have come up here. They are now fully in command of the thoroughfare for now, but it is only turn 2. They're going to have to inflict some serious damage on this Chaos Force to stunt them here and now before these Warriors of Ruin, these champions of the foul Chaos Gods, come crashing into them. Will they hold? Will the Cities of Sigmar manage to break them? Let's find out. Let's go and do some shooting. First thing to do in the shooting phase is the Noxious Breath from the 2 dragons. Karsten's dragon is going to put his noxious draconic breath into these Chaos Warriors. There are 5 of them in range, so on 6s, there'll be mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound done to that Chaos unit, who with their rune shields will ignore it on a 5+. They do not on a 2, so one of those Chaos Warriors is injured. Carina then is going to Noxious Breath. The only one she is in range of is this chariot here. So on a 6. No, that is a 1, doesn't go off. And now for the main event. All of the Dark Shards are all within range of those knights over there, and I'm going to unload on them. So I'm going to pick up some dice, I'm going to come back. Okay, so first things first, they're +1 to hit because of the fact that there's 10 or more of them. Also going to spend a command ability with Carina to give them reroll 1s to hit. Can't remember what it's called, but it's the shooting one. So that's another command point spent. They've got 1 command point left. 2 command points left, sorry. So we're going to shoot first of all with the Guard Master, and he hits on 2s, rerolling 1s. So he hits twice, and then we're going to have 18 dice. 18 dice in the first lot, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And that is a good spread of hits. So that is going to be 18 hits in total from the first round. And what I'm going to do now is remember that 18. Here is 20 more dice, and roll these into the second lot of hits. Well, there's 17, 3 went dodging away. So 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. I'll roll these 3 that ran away over there. Let's pick out these 1s, and there's a lot of 1s. And reroll those. Oh goodness, that did not help really much at all. So 3s to hit. So let's take out these. So we had 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 30 hits so far. 30 wounds against the Chaos Knights, 30 hits against the Chaos Knights, 4s to wound. Here we go. And let me pick through this. 17 wounds against the Chaos Knights, saving on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds, which is going to be 3, and one of those Chaos Knights dies. That was a blow. So that is 3 of the Chaos Knights downed, and one of them has taken a wound. That is a blow to that flank. They'll need to take a battle shock test in the end of the combat, which now brings us actually on to combat and some charges. Karsten is going to charge, Carina is going to charge, and the Dread Spears are going to charge the Darkling Covens. Carina and Karsten have come too far to let these Chaos minions, these servants of the Dark Gods, spoil their plans. So let's roll up some charges and let's see where people can place. Karsten, first of all. He gets a 4. Let's see where that can get him. A 4 is going to be into that. So yeah, he'll shimmy forward. And wobbly model syndrome should be okay, yep. Carina is going to charge. A 4 as well, and that is going to be a fail from her. She's too far away. Not spending a command point. Let's see where the Dread Spears go, because the Dread Spears get +1 to charge. So they're going to go a total of 8. That will definitely get them into those Chaos Warriors. So let's do some moving, see where things end up. End of the charge phase, and it looks like this. Karsten is going to spend the remaining 2 command points for all-out assault on himself and all-out assault on this unit, giving everyone re-roll hit rolls of 1. He's then going to elect to attack first, and he's going to pile in ever so sneakily and be able to target the Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. And I will come back when I am able to balance this out. We're back. I just moved the terrain back slightly. It's fine. He's flying over the top of it anyway, and it's mainly there for decorative purposes. Oh, and a little aside, I stopped using terrain rules. I know it's part of the game, but I've been watching a lot of battle reports, and a lot of people that play just Sigmar battle reports don't use the rules or forget about the rules for terrain. So I was just like, it was another thing that I had to remember, and it didn't really impact the game that much. So I've just decided not to do it anymore. 3rd edition's around the corner. Who knows, maybe it'll do something else. We'll find out then. But I basically copied other people by not doing terrain rules anymore. Now that ramble is over, let's get into the juicy part. Let's have some combat. Karsten is going to put everything that he has into that Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. He's trying to cut off the head of the snake. He's going to attack first of all with his Exile Blade. He has got 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And that is a good start. And then he's going to wound on 4s. He wounds 3 times. The Chaos Lord has got a 3 up save, which he fails once. The Chaos Lord has taken his first wound. Let's move on now and attack with the Fearsome Jaws, hitting on 4s and re-rolling 1s. That is brilliant. That is what we like to see. That is 3 hits. Let's get 2s to wound with the Fearsome Jaws because he's at full bracket. 2 wounds. That can be enough. That is rend -2, takes that Chaos Lord to a 5 up save. He fails 1, passes another. It is D6 damage. That is 3 damage. The Chaos Lord has taken 4 wounds. And now we're going to have 6 attacks with the Razor Sharp Claws from Karsten. He is going to hit on 4s. Rerolling 1s. 4 hits. He's going to wound on 3s. That is 3 wounds. Rend is -1. 4 up save from this Chaos Lord or he is in trouble. He's got 5 wounds left. And he fails them all. He takes 6 damage. He's only got 5 left. Karsten slams in there and kills the Chaos Lord. And in what has to be the most redeeming and most heroic moment that any of these dragons in Carina and Karsten's force have had, he flies in there, he slashes the Chaos Lord with his sword, his dragon then bites down on him, pins him to the ground while his claws savage him, tearing his dark armor open and sending his soul and the soul of his Karkadrak screaming back into the void, into the realm of chaos. That was completely unexpected, but now we've got to do some Chaos Warrior pile-ins and attacks on these Dread Spears. So the Chaos Warriors have come streaming forward, vengeance for their fallen lord on their lips, and are going to attack the Dread Spears. There are 7 of them in range. 1 is the champion, so that is going to be 15 attacks. They hit on 3s. And let's check out these misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, that was a hit, by the way. That was atrocious. They are terrified now that their lord has died. They are going to wound on 3s with their chaos hand weapons. So they wound 5 times. There's no rend on this. The Dread Spears have a 4-up save, reroll on 1s thanks to Mystic Shield. And 1 Dread Spear falls. That is not a good trade-off, my goodness. Let's take this guy from the back. That has hurt. The Chaos Warriors are clearly dissuaded, maybe now that their lord has gone. Has their mission come to an end? Let's attack with the Dread Spears back. Okay, so not much piling in to do because they were basically as close as they could get anyway in this narrow gap. So the Darkling Covens have got 11 models in range, and 1 of them is the champion, so that's going to be 12 attacks. There is more than 10 of them, so they are going to get +1 to hit, and 6s to hit are going to do an extra rend of damage, so I'm going to keep those separate. But first we need to hit on 3s, reroll on 1s because they have the command ability on them. Let's reroll these ones first of all and try not to knock Carina off the table. That's still 2 misses. That is going to be 10 hits and only 1 6. We'll put that 6 over there to the side for now. These are going to wound on 4s. And that is just 3 wounds so far. And then a wound at -1. Yeah, so that's 1 save at -1 and 3 regular 4-up saves. So the 5-up save first of all is passed, and then 4-up saves. 1 of them is failed, which is enough to clip the already downed Chaos Warrior. So it's like for like there. 1 Chaos Warrior for 1 Darkling Coven. They are going to fight to a stalemate. Now it's time for the Gorebeast Chariot to pick up some dice and try to avenge his fallen lord. Gorebeast Chariot smashing into Karsten. He is going to attack with his Lashing Whip first of all. 2 attacks, 4s and 4s. Both missed. He's going to attack with the Chaos Great Blade. It's going to be 3s and 3s. So 2 hits. 3s to wound. 2 wounds. This is rend to -1. So Karsten goes to a 5-up save. And he's going to pass 1, fail 1. It is 2 damage. His Drake Skin Cloak will save it on 5s. Saved 1, so that's 1 wound to Karsten. And then he also has 1 chance to do some acidic blood back. We'll do that at the end, because now there are 3 attacks with the Crushing Fists. 3s and 3s. 3s all hit, and then 3s to wound. 2 wounds, no rend. 4-up save. 1 goes through, it's 2 damage. 5-up, ignore. 1 ignored, so it's another wound on Karsten. And now on 4-ups, Karsten does mortal wounds back with the acidic blood. 1 wound back on that Gorebeast Chariot. So with that, the dust settles and the combat in round 2 is finished. The Chaos Lord is no more. He is gone, leaving this lowly sorcerer in charge. Chaos Warriors and Darkling Covens fighting to a standstill over here. The Gorebeast Chariot neutered from its devastating charge ability, but this flank still looks pretty strong. There's still a Gorebeast Chariot. Let's see if those knights, however, turn and run away. Those Chaos Knights have got a leadership of 7. They lost 3. That's going to go to 9. They're too far away from a hero. They turn tail and they run. So under the devastating hail of bolts from those dark shards, the Chaos Warriors have enough. They turn and they flee, the knights disappearing into the gloom of the cavern, hearing their lord's death cry ring out through the halls. They decide that no more nothing is worth this, and they will seek their glory elsewhere. So a successful turn for the cities of Sigmar. Carina looks like she might find out who was whispering to her, who this shard from the world that was is. Karsten fighting against this Chaos Chariot, his dread spears holding the line against these Chaos Warriors. They command the thoroughfare for now. Starkling Covens, Slaves of Darkness turn 2. Let's see what they do. Here's a little rule that I didn't know because I play so many different armies and try to remember all the rules, and this is the problem with playing on your own. I was going to say something different there, but I didn't. Ha ha ha. Oracular Visions. In your hero phase, you can pick one mortal Slaves to Darkness unit wholly within 12 inches of this model. If you do, you can reroll saves for attacks that target that unit into your next phase. He's going to choose that unit in front of him. They're wholly within 12, so they get to reroll all their saves. And then he's going to use his signature spell, Demonic Power, to give them reroll hits and wounds. He's got lovely spells. He gets it on a 7. Carina will try and deny. And she denies it on an 8. Not today, Chaos Sorcerer. The foul ruinous powers hold no sway here. Also, just to quickly add, because the Chaos Warriors here are Leadership 7 and only lost 1, there was no need for a Battle Shock test. Exactly the same here. Leadership 7, actually Leadership 8 with their banner, losing 1. No need for a... Leadership 6 but then Leadership 7 with their banner, losing 1. No need for a Battle Shock test there either. So with that done, the Chaos Warriors hero phase is done. They've got Oracular Visions, able to reroll their saves. Let's move on to the movement phase. Movement phase for the Slaves of Darkness, really straightforward. This chariot just shimmying over from the battle to here, looking to line up a charge against those dark shards, hopefully do enough damage to maybe drive some of them off with Battle Shock. That's the plan with those mortal wounds coming in. Nothing much can move here, everything locked in combat, exactly where Chaos Warriors want to be, where Slaves of Darkness want to be. Chaos Sorcerer just shimmied over a little bit this way, hoping maybe if things change, if the tide of this battle turns, that they'll be able to get there. But they have lost 2 very powerful assets this turn with the Knights and the Lord gone. So who knows? Who knows what they will be able to do in this next turn. But we're going to go straight into the charge phase. This unit is going to charge. Gets a 10. 10 is very good. So he's going to come crashing in here, and then on a 2+, does D3 mortal wounds. It does not do D3 mortal wounds against the Dark Shards. They manage to nimbly dodge out of the way as that scythed beast, or that scythed chariot driven by a beast, comes crashing forward. So, yeah. Because the charge move was a 10, however, that Gorby's chariot is going to get +1 to hit and +1 to wound with its crushing fists until the next hero phase. Starting with this chariot here, because I don't think those dark shards are going to do much damage back. So starting with this chariot here, it's going to put all of its attacks into Karsten. 2 attacks with the lashing whip first of all, 4s and 4s. 1 hit, no wounds. Then it's got 2 attacks with the Chaos Greatblade, 3s and 3s. That's 1 wound. It is Ren -1, so a 5-up save. Passed. And then 3 attacks with the Crushing Fists, 3s and 3s. 2 hits. And 1 wound. No Rend on this, 4-up save. Nope, that is 2 damage. Drakeskin Cloak. Saves 1 of them. 1 wound splash back. Doesn't splash back, but Karsten has now taken 3 wounds. So with that done, let's go in to the Dread Spears or the Dark Shards. Dread Spears, because this unit has got reroll all of their saves. So let's see if we can do some damage before they do that. Still 11 of these guys in combat, so this is going to be hitting on 3s. 6s are special. No longer re-rolling ones that only last for the phase. So let's take out those misses. It's quite a lot of 6s though, which is quite good. So 4, we'll do those separately. 4's to win with the regular saves. 2 regular saves. And 4's to win with the special saves. All of them win. Okay. So these are saved on 4s re-rolling. 1 failed. Both passed. These are saved on 5s re-rolling. Reroll them all so far. All of them failed, so they managed to down 2 Chaos Warriors this turn. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, they've attacked. That is attacked. Let's go with this chariot now for the Slaves to Darkness. 2 attacks with the Lashing Whip. 4s and 4s. That's cocked. That's 1 wound, 1 5-up save, which is passed. Oh dear. 2 attacks with the Chaos Great Blade. 3s and 3s. Nope. Oh no. And 3 attacks with the Crushing Fists. 2s and 2s. And of course, there's a 1. 2 wounds. No rend, but 2 damage each. 5-up saves. 1 saved. Only 2 Dark Shards go down. My. What an attack that was. So let's just load up some dice for Karsten to attack into this Chaos Chariot. Okay, Karsten's going to go. He has no all-out assault this time. 6 attacks with his Exile Blade, hitting on 3s. That's 4 hits. Wounding on 4s. Which is 3 wounds on that chariot so far. And then that chariot's got 4 up saves. I'm going to take 1 more wound from the Exile Blade, taking it to 2 wounds. Karsten is then going to attack with the Fearsome Jaws, hitting on 4s. Everything hit with the Jaws. This is the main one. It's wounding on 3s now because he's taken some damage. That's 3 hits. It's rend -2. 6-up saves. Nope. 3d6 damage. That is 11 damage. That is enough to just clink that chariot from existence. Karsten is angry. He is filled with purpose. And things are not looking good for the Slaves to Darkness. And now the only models left to fight are these Chaos Warriors. 7 of them still within range. 15 attacks. 3s and 3s. So let's take out the 1s and 2s. Again, which there are a lot of. 5 misses that time, 10 hits. See, if the Chaos Lord was alive, those 6s would become extra hits because of the Aura Chaos ability. Oh well. And 3 to wound. And that's why they needed the spell off. Look at that. 4 wounds only going against this unit who still have Mystic Shield on them. 4s to save. And no reroll 1s. 2 more die. Like for like again. 2 for 2. Final combat for the turn. 10 attacks, because 10 are in range of the Dark Shards. Into the Chariot, 5s and 5s. Not expecting much, but hey ho, you never know, especially with a roll like that. 5 hits and 5s to wound. 1 wound, 1 4-up save. Yeah, okay, no damage done there. That is the end of the turn for the Chaos Warriors. They lost 2 here, so they need to take a Battle Shock test. They are Leadership 7, so on a 5. On a 6, sorry, one's going to run. No, they're fine. And this unit are also fine. They lost 2, +1 bravery. They're the banner, Leadership 7. They're okay. Same thing over here. No, fine. So nobody running for Battle Shock this turn. And what a turn that was again for the cities of Sigmar. Karsten and Carina dominating this battlefield. Both of these dragons largely untouched. Carina no wounds. Karsten has only taken 3. Chaos Warriors held up here. A dragon bearing down on top of them. He's actually in combat with them as well. So there's no escaping. But let's see who is going to get priority in turn 3. Blue dice for Chaos. Red dice for cities. And the cities take it again. Let's see what happens in their hero phase. In the hero phase, they're going to gain a command point. Not going to use it on anything just at this moment, but Karsten is going to use his secretive warlock spell, Vitrolic Spray, on this unit of Chaos Warriors. He has seen their oracular visions are giving them reroll saves, so he says, I will simply get rid of your save. So this is cast on an 8, however. No, that fails. And then Carina is going to put Mystic Shield on this unit because why not? Or will she use Blade Wind? Perhaps she'll use Blade Wind. She's going to use Blade Wind and she's going to use it on that chariot. Blade Wind. Doesn't go off, doesn't matter. End of the hero phase. End of magic. Let's go in to do some shooting. Jump the gun there a little bit. Said shooting phase. There's movement before that, but there's very little movement to be done. Carina has just moved up to be outside of 3, but within 6 for her Noxious Breath to spew onto these Chaos Warriors. Karsten staying still, he's in combat. Darkshard staying still, they're in combat. And Dread Spears staying still because, look, they're in combat. So, without any further ado, let's do some Noxious Breath. Carina, first of all, is within range of 5 of them on 6's Mortal Wounds. 1 mortal wound, which they can ignore on a 5-up with their shields. Nope, so that's going to be 1 wound going into the Chaos Warriors. And then Karsten is within range of all 7 and on 6's. He does a mortal wound as well, which can be ignored on a 5-up. No, so they manage to take one of those Chaos Warriors out. Now, the grand finale, I'm going to count off some dice and everything is going in to that chariot. 18 Dread Dark Shards left, so 2 shots first of all with the Guardmaster hitting on 2s. He hits twice, and then I'm going to do 10s, so these are hitting on 3s. So that is going to be 6 hits from that lot of 10. We've got 3s, and we've got 7, so far 6 and 7 is 13, plus 2 is 15, another 10 dice on 3s, I'll take out the misses, so 15, got 20, and then rolling 6 extra dice to make it 36. 4 extra dice, sorry. And that is going to be 22 hits. 22 hits, wounding on 4s. And let's take out the fails. 14 wounds on that Chaos Chariot to be saved on 4 pluses. Oh my. That chariot I think is done for. The chariot has only got 8 wounds. It took 12. It just disappears under a hail of bolts. My goodness me, this has been the game for the Cities of Sigmar, for Anvilgard. My goodness, now we're going into the charge phase, and Carina, why not? Carina is going to attempt a charge. She's going to attempt to fly over and take on that Chaos Lord, that Chaos Sorcerer, or Lord. Can they do it? Here we go. She gets a 7. Let's see. I'm going to have to do some precise measuring. 7 is just short of half an inch, but she's going to roll again because she has a command point, and why not? Nope, still a 7. She's not getting in there. Fortune does not favour the bold Carina. So no other charges. Straight into the combat phase. Karsten is going to activate and going to pile in, and he's going to put everything into these Chaos Warriors. He's got 6 attacks with his Exile Blade. He hits on 3s. He wounds on 4s. He wounds 3 times. These Chaos Warriors have a 4-up rerollable save. Thank goodness for the reroll. 1 wound goes through. One of those Chaos Warriors is wounded. 3 attacks with the Fearsome Jaws hitting on 4s. 1 hit this time. Wounding on a 3. Does not wound, and then only 5 attacks with the claws, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, rend is -1, 5 up rerollables. Both saved. Karsten fluffs against these Chaos Warriors. He's tired now, you see. He's very tired. Chaos Warriors are going to strike back. 13 attacks for the Chaos Warriors now, hitting on 3s. Let's get those ones and choose. Wounding on 3s. And that is going to be 6 saves, 4+. And saving 3, losing 3. 3 dark shards go. And then the dark shards will attack back with their 12 attacks. So there's 6, 9, 12. 3s and 4s. 6s to hit their special. 1 6. Lots of misses. 4s to wound. 4 wins. Special 1 to wound. Doesn't wound. 4 up rerollable saves. Passing 2 so far. And passing them all. Those Chaos Warriors take no damage and manage to deal 3 wounds out to those dark shards. My goodness. Battle shock here. Leadership 7, bravery 7, losing 3. They're fine. Chaos Warriors losing nothing. Now it's going into the Chaos Warriors turn 3. Is there anything they can do? Let's see if maybe they can take out these dark dread spears. But I doubt, with those 2 dragons looming in, that they'll be able to do anything. But let's play the game. Let's try it this turn at least. In the hero phase, going to put Oracular Visions on that unit, and then going to use Dark Omens on a 6+ to give them rerolls to hit and wound as well. Going off on an 11. Carina will try and stop, and no, so they do have reroll all their saves, and rerolled failed hits and failed wounds. Not bad. Let's go do some movement. The Chaos Sorcerer Lord, who is shrouded in darkness there thanks to the lighting, is not a coward. He's just very, very wise and knows that the Chaos Gods want him to stand there, far away from the screaming dragons bearing down on top of him. Nothing else to do apart from combat, so we're going to have 13 attacks. Everything against these Dread Spears, trying to clear them out at least. They're just going for as much glory as they can get, which, let's be honest, isn't much glory. 13 attacks. 3s and 3s rerolling. The rerolls really make a difference, especially these Chaos Warriors have been rolling very poor. Look at that. Out of 13 attacks, that's only 5 hits. That's 8 misses. 3s again. And still some misses. Okay, so that's 10 hits. 3s to wound. Rerolling. All 10 have wounded this time at least. 4 up save on the dark shards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is more like it. 8 of them have been brought down. That is going to mean bad things for Battle Shock. And it's also going to downgrade that unit quite significantly. Karsten is going to attack. Let's get these casualties out of the way. 6 attacks with the Exile Blade. He's hitting on 3s. He's wounding on 4s. Oh, 4 wounds this time. 4 up save, rerollable. Rerollable. Oh, so his blade manages to take 2 of them out because 1 was already wounded. So take this guy. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to take this guy. Only 4 of those Chaos Warriors remain. 3 attacks with the Fearsome Jaws, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s now. 2 wounds, rend -2, 6 up rerollable. There's 1. No, and then d6 damage. For 5 damage is going to be another 2 dead and 1 wounded. And then 5 attacks with claws, 4s. 4s, 2 hits, and 3s, 2 wounds, round -1, 5 up save, rerollable. Save both of those, but that is still 4 Chaos Warriors brought down this turn to 8. Last thing to do is to attack with the remaining 6 Dread Spears. It's going to be 7 attacks. The champion's always left alive, along with a banner. Hitting on 4s now. And 6s are still special. Wounding on 4s. 1 regular wound. 1 special wound. Saved on a 4-up, rerollable. Saved, and a 5-up, rerollable. Saved. No damage done there. They have finally probably broken out or tired. Let's just do Battle Shock. Now, while we're here, the Dread Spears have a bravery of 7. They've lost 8. They're going to lose 1 plus d6. They're going to lose 3 more. They're still hanging in there. Chaos Warriors have a leadership of 7. They have lost 4. That's 9. 2 more are running. There's only 2 more left, and that is it. They turn and they run away. That Chaos Sorcerer is not going to do this on his own. He is not going to manage to hold off these 2 dragons and this unit of Dark Shards, because let's be honest, their shooting will turn him into a pincushion, or he's going to be dragon food. So that is it. That is the penultimate chapter in the Shard of the World that was. Carina and Karsten have secured the thoroughfare running underneath the city of Seccarth. What lies beyond? We'll find out next time in the Shard of the World that was.